Hello, my people. How are you today? We thank God for the grace of God that is upon our life. For it is by His grace that we are not consumed. Today, I want to teach you how to treat birds and how to vaccinate them. First of all, after you have removed the trampoline that we used to put in this, we used to prevent them not to break their leg. And after 4 days, you have to remove them. Their shit will be falling on the ground. If they shit, it will now fall on the ground. Look at what the kind of thing you are going to construct. Go to where the people, they will construct this kind of thing for you, for enable you to pack their shit. Enable you to make sure you pack their shit every day, because if you do not pack it, they might give them sickness called coryza. Their eye will start to swell up. First of all, in that first day of their life, you have to give them glucose. Just apply small glucose in all their water. Give to them. The second day, you throw away the glucose if there is anyone that remains, and give them drugs. I normally use this type of antibiotics. If I did not use this one, I will use this one. This one is called Kenfloss. This one is Enlofloxacin. This one is the one they call Floxinol. If I did not see this one, I use this one. If I did not see this one, I use this one. So after you have removed their glucose, the second day, you will use this one. Open it. Measure it. Fill this bucket with water. Fill it water. It depends how many birds you have. If they are up to 500 birds, they have to finish this water before 24 hours. But if they are small, you have to reduce it. If they are up to 500, you have to use their cover. Measure it, the full one. Measure it and pour it inside here. Put it here. If you put it, you need to apply little vitamin. There are different type of vitamin. There is one they call Amini Total. There is one they call Vita Flash, Kepro product, or Librovite, or Olabi. There are many, but what I normally use is Amini Total or Vita Flash. Just take a little teaspoon, level it, and apply it inside this water, because you know they are very small. Their body cannot carry these drugs. But if they get to up to 2 weeks, if you want to give them drugs, you don't need to apply vitamin again. What you will do, if you see they have sickness, after you have treat them for 3 days. After 3 days, you have to give them you have to give them vitamin. But in this their stage, anytime you give them drugs, you have to apply small vitamin, small, because if it is many, if the vitamin is too much, you purge them. So after 2 days, maybe you notice that they are making some noise. Anytime you enter inside their poultry, you have to observe to know if there is any noise you hear. Maybe if they have cough, you begin to hear ting, ting, ting. And if you begin to hear this kind of noise, what you will do, you will change their drugs. You use any strong CRD medicine, that is a cough medicine. Either you use Tylodos extra. There is no way you cannot see Tylodos extra or any other strong Tylodos cough medicine, and make sure you apply it small vitamin before you give them. Then after 4 days, if you still notice anything in their sheet, maybe there is white in their sheet, I normally use this Floxinol. Anytime I notice white in their skin, I use this one. Then after 4 days, maybe you see anything like a brown, their sheet is brown in color, watery. I normally change this one and go to Embazine Fort. There is one they call Embazine Fort. There is one they call Amprolon 300. If you go to where they sell drugs, you will see it. Then after you treat them for that 4 days, give them ordinary water. If you give them ordinary water, then 7 days, the day you are going to give them vaccine, that is what I'm going to teach you today. If you want to give them vaccine, you don't need to give them any drugs. That day, it is only vaccine that you are going to give them. So on 6 days, you give them ordinary water. 7 days, you give them vaccine. There are 2 ways to vaccinate birds. There are the one you will put inside water. Look at their drinker. If it is this method I want to teach you now that you want to use, you know, vaccine, there are 100 dose Lasota, 200 dose, 500 dose, 1,000 dose. 100 dose are made for 100 birds. 200 dose are made for 200 birds. 500 birds are made for 500 birds. 1,000 dose are made for 1,000 dose. You cannot use 500 dose and give to 100 birds. You will kill your birds. And anytime you want to buy vaccine, look at what they call vaccine. Look at it here. This one is Lasota because there are 7 days today. I want to give them Lasota. Anytime you want to buy vaccine, make sure you go to the source. The people that they are the distributor, the people that normally preserve it inside fridge. Don't go and buy from the people that put it inside cooler. Say they are using ice block. You will kill your birds. And make sure you watch to know their expiring date, because if this vaccine expire, it will cause havoc to your birds. So make sure you does not give them overdose. You do not give them overdose, and make sure it is not expire one. So maybe you have 50 birds. There is no 50 dose vaccine. What you will do is that you will buy 100 dose. Reduce the water like this. Apply, open it, put it inside. If it is 100 dose, just wash it like this. If you wash it, you have to divide this water into two. If it is 50 birds, you know, 1 carton is 50 or 51. You have to divide the water, and share it in different container and give to them, because all of them cannot fit in this water. Then if it is 100 dose, 100 birds, you need to put half of it, and put that 100 dose inside and share it to all of them. And anytime you want to give them vaccine, in the night, before that 7 days, around 12 o'clock in the night, you need to remove their water in order to starve them. Because if you starve them, the moment you give them water, they will lush it. All of them will lush it, and make sure you share it in different places. Then if it is 200, maybe you bought 200 birds, you need to fill this can with water and put that 200 inside and share it and give to them. That day, you will not give them any draws. If it is 500, you need to double it. This one is 200. Then 2 of this is 400 birds. Then 2.5 is for 500 dose. Don't mistakenly give 1,000 dose to 500 dose. You will kill your birds. Then there another method, the one I normally use. You know, there are 2 methods. Another method is the one you will just bring something like this. This is a eye drop container. This, like you can find chlorophenic eye drop, the container. Just pour it sachet water. Look at, wash me. Pour it sachet water inside. Fill it with sachet water. If it is 100 dose, you have to pour this thing 1.5. Pour it inside one container like this, and mix it very well. Mix the vaccine. Open the vaccine. If you want to open it, you have to use a knife to open it. Don't use teeth, because it will affect you. Open it and wash the vaccine inside. You can do it like this. And wash it like this. Then after that, after you have applied it, that is 1.5. If it is 100 dose, you have to mix 1.5. Apply it. After mixing it, you now put it inside here. Pour it inside this can. Then you begin to vaccine them. Look at the way I do them. If you take birds, the reason why I demarcate my cage into 3 places is that if I vaccinate, I will put it in the other side. I put demarcation here. If I vaccinate, I will put, because this is the one I normally use. This method is the method I normally use. I know it is very difficult. It's because it's not easy for you to vaccinate all these birds. What I normally do, I wake up very early in the morning, around 4 o'clock in the morning. I need to put my cap. If there is no NEPA, I have to on my torch, on it, and fix my light like this. If I vaccinate, look at the way I vaccinate. After you have mixed it 1.5 for 100 dose, you put it in their eyes. If you put it in their eyes, one drop, you will enter through their mouth. Yes, it's very active. The reason why I use this method is that everyone that buy my birds, they complain that they report that the bird is very strong and it does not die anyhow. That is why I prefer this method. And if you go to eastern part of Nigeria, that is what the method we use to vaccinate our bird. So if you vaccinate, if you drop it in their eyes, you will drop through their eyes, it will enter through their mouth. That is how I vaccinate them. Then if it is 200 dose, you need to measure this one. Measure this one. If it is 100 dose, 1.5, 200 dose, 3 of this one, you mix it and begin to give them one after the other until you finish it. If it is 500 dose, which means this you have to mix this one. This one is 1.5 for 100 dose, 3 for 200 dose. If it is 400, you have to mix it 6. If it is 500 dose, 7 of it, and begin to. If you use this my method, you have to drop it one after the another. Then following day, if you want to give them medicine, you can give them medicine. That is what I want to teach you today. The same way you give them Lasota is the same way you give them Gombolo. If they get to 2 weeks, today they are 7 days. If they get to 2 weeks, I will give them the one they call Gombolo. In Gombolo, there is 200 dose. They normally have 200 dose. It is very difficult for you to see 100 dose. If it is 200 dose, you have to divide it, mix it the way you mix 200 dose of Lasota and share it through the other one. And if there is any remaining one, as you are giving them that vaccine, make sure that it does not touch the ground, because there is virus they use to produce this medicine, this vaccine. Yes, they use something. There is something. It's very powerful. Anytime you are giving them vaccine, don't allow it to drop on the ground, because if you drop on the ground, that thing they use to produce it will affect the birds. Anytime it remain, make sure you pour it inside their toilet and flush it. Don't keep it anyhow. The same way you give them Lasota is the same way you miss Gombolo. Is the same way you miss Lasota. Yes. And when they get to 2 weeks, you have to give them Lasota, Gombolo. So that is what I want to teach you today. As you listen to my advice, may God bless you in the name of Jesus. Please comment, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you General Mama 1. Bye.